This session was mostly dedicated to finding out exactly what the issue with my hip is and getting into as much different ranges of motions just to assess what to do next. So I was going into external and internal rotations while sitting, and then I was going into these half body weight squats just in the bottom part of the range of motion, because I seem to have noticed that internal rotation under load seems to be what causes the annoyance, and so I want to tackle it in a pain-free range of motion in a way that pumps as much blood as possible in there with no repercussions. I was doing a bit of upper body work, mainly arm work. I was doing a lot of these kneeling low raises with the band all the way up, making sure that my shoulder didn't click at any point of the range of motion, so that every repetition was a quality one. I was doing some hammer curls for my biceps with 14 kilos each, and that's the only thing that I was actually able to load somewhat. And the tricep extensions I only kept into, again, a pain-free range of motion with a bit of a resistance provided by the band. And as I was warming up for these hip thrusts, I was doing quite a few actually, hip flexor curls with 5 kilos on my knees just to go above 90-degree flexion, and I was glad to see that that part of the range of motion is not an issue. It's still probably a hip flexor problem, but even in the hip thrust I wasn't feeling any problem. So I do believe that only certain movements like the squat or possibly the deadlift even could be giving me some pain. And I was finishing off with some sissy squats and again some pumping in the back of my knees just for good measure. Did a few sets. I did precisely 3 of these circuits in the same fashion just to give some rest to the parts of the body that I was using. And at this point it took about 45 minutes to do the entire thing. I had figured something out, so I was happy and I went home. Ciao.